Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Fanatic Rundown. Well, it wasn't looking too good for a while there, but the Oilers, as they seem to do quite often, come out after a terrible second period and have a literally amazing third period, and that helps them to a 6-3 victory over the Arizona Coyotes this afternoon. So, a happy family day for everyone. Wanted to wish everyone happy family day. A great way to spend time with the family watching an Edmonton Oilers game on Monday afternoon when a lot of us are usually at work. So, hey, it was a great day off, and the Oilers didn't quite give us a great 60-minute effort, but there was probably, 30, 35 minutes worth of really good play there, and it helps them to a 6-3 victory. Leon Draisaitl got it started for the Oilers today on the power play, a great snipe, putting the Oilers up 1-0. And then Nick Bjugstad, who had a hell of a game today for the Coyotes, although didn't really notice him much in the third. He was trying to cover Connor McDavid for most of this hockey game, and I'd say Bjugstad did a solid job for 40 minutes. It wasn't really McDavid that broke out in the third period. Other guys stepped up when they really needed him to, but hats off to Nick Bjugstad for a hell of an effort today. He scored his first of 2 goals, tying the game at 1, and then Matthias Janmark with a nice tip put the Oilers up 2-1 after 1. But like I said, in the second period is where it all kind of went off the rails there for a bit for the Oilers. Clayton Keller tying it 2-2 on the power play, and then Nick Bjugstad with his second of the day, putting the Coyotes up 3-2 after 2. And Owen mentioning in the comments there, Kane's back. Brandon, I'm from Gillies TV, mentioning we need Bjugstad back. He would definitely be a great addition if the Oilers could find a way to bring him back at the trade deadline. I have a feeling with him signing that 2-year deal in Arizona that he kind of did that because he wanted to stay in Arizona. Otherwise, we might have seen another 1-year deal for that, but who knows? I know Tyson over at Donnie TV has done a lot of videos on trying to get Bjugstad back from the Coyotes, but we'll see what happens here. But anyway, getting back to the hockey game, Nick Bjugstad, obviously a storyline for today with 2 goals. He had the Coyotes up 3-2 after 2, but in the third period, the Edmonton Oilers take over. Evander Kane with his first of 2 on the night, tying it at 3. Zach Hyman with a beautiful tip off a shot from Matthias Ekholm at the point, put the Oilers up 4-3. Evander Kane with a tip of his own on a Ryan McLeod shot, put the Oilers up 5-3. And then Warren Foegele with a much-needed goal. It's an empty net goal, but I remember back when Ryan McLeod was really struggling at the start of the year, that empty net goal got him going, and hopefully this can do the same thing for Warren Foegele. He gets the empty netter to close this one out. 6-3, the Oilers take the victory today. It was great to see, like I mentioned, Warren Foegele, some guys other getting back on the scoreboard as well. Ryan McLeod, it doesn't get the goal, but a nice assist on Evander Kane's goal. Bouchard picking up a couple points today, Leon Draisaitl as well. So overall, like I said, it was probably about 30 a 35-minute effort from the Edmonton Oilers today. It was enough to beat the Arizona Coyotes, who are now on a 10-game losing streak, I believe. But the Oilers, as I always say, it seems after these kind of victories, will need a much, much better effort when they take on the Boston Bruins on Wednesday. The Bruins will be a very tough match for them. I'll be at that game with one of my fellow subscribers, Joseph, so looking forward to that one. Last game Joseph and I went to was the overtime shootout victory for the Oilers over the Vegas Golden Knights, so hopefully we can find a way to get another big victory there on Wednesday. But yeah, guys, it was basically a bit of a struggle after 2. Head coach Chris Knobloch was shaking up the lines again and put McDavid, Nuge, and Hyman back together, and Kane, Draisaitl, and Ryan McLeod. I had to think about that for a second. Kane, Draisaitl, McLeod. So many names to say all at once. Yeah, they were back together, so those 2 lines really clicked. Obviously, Kane getting 2 in there in the third, McLeod an assist. So it was a few changes there that really helped. Chris Knobloch, he comes in with a plan, but if the plan isn't working, he seems to always find effective ways to get everything back on track. And once again, the Oilers, as they've often done a bit too many times this season, but they always seem to kind of find a way out of it after a terrible second period. they come back with a really strong third period and take the hockey game. And today was no exception to that. And yeah, guys, that's basically the story of the hockey game there. Arizona Coyotes started a rookie goaltender today. I'm drawing a blank on his name. It was Matt. Last name starts with a V here. Let me see if I can get the goalie's name in front of me here. Velati or something like that. I believe it was. Yeah, it helps if I put the Coyotes lineup in front of me, not the Oilers. Velada. So he looked okay through 2 periods, but the Oilers definitely took advantage of him there in the third. So yeah, good to see a guy break into the NHL, though. And for 2 periods, it was looking okay for him. But the Oilers also had, I think, 14 shots through 2 periods. So when they picked it up, and I think last I checked, they were out shooting. They end up only out shooting the Coyotes 12-9, but shots were 11-2 at one point in the third period. The Oilers obviously coming out like gangbusters to start the third, and that really changed the tide there and helped the Oilers to their 6-3 victory. Did have a couple updates I wanted to share with you guys regarding NHL trade deadline stuff. Elliot Friedman mentioning frequent Oilers target Sean Walker from the Philadelphia Flyers. Friedman was talking about him on the 32 Thoughts podcast today. It looks like Walker may possibly be staying with the Flyers. They're trying to get him signed to a new contract in the low 4s. If they can do that, Walker may remain with the Flyers. I know some people are really interested in Sean Walker. Some people don't think he's an upgrade at all. So depending on which camp you fall in, you may be happy or disappointed with that news. But we'll see what happens here. We still got a few weeks to the trade deadline. So lots of time for things to change. And apparently for Chris Tanev, who the Oilers are strongly going after, along with Toronto, Dallas, Colorado, and Vancouver, the Flames are looking to try and get a first-round pick for Chris Tanev, a price I would not pay, but if someone steps up with a first-round pick offer, they may get Chris Tanev before the deadline. But in my opinion, Chris Tanev isn't worth a first-round pick at this point. Maybe if there was another year on the deal or something like that. But for a pure rental, I don't know if I would pay a first-round pick, especially to the Calgary Flames, for that player. But we'll see what happens there. That's basically all the latest I have there, guys. But so I'll wrap it up there. Everyone else can go and enjoy the rest of their family day Monday. So let me know your thoughts on the game today, on what you want the Oilers to do at the trade deadline in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Happy Family Day, guys. See you soon.